A 7-time winner on tour, including the 2005 USBC Masters and the reigning U.S. Open champion from Amarillo, Texas. Please welcome Mike Scroggins.
Scroggy won the Pepsi Red, White, and Blue Open in Wichita back in mid-December. This just his second telecast of the season.
He is making his third TV appearance this season with 2 second-place finishes. From Buffalo, New York, please welcome Ryan Ciminelli.
This is 4th top 20 finish this season, 3rd in the top 5 twice. He's been the runner-up already this year. Back-to-back strikes to open up our first match here, and there's Ryan's father taking in the match. Angelo Ciminelli making the trip from Buffalo.
And Rob, I think it's very interesting to note that all 3 telecasts that Ryan Ciminelli has made, he's done it using urethane throughout the majority of the tournaments.
Well, he's got a pretty stroke, doesn't he? Back-to-back jacks for Ciminelli. He takes a seat. Up comes Mike Scroggins in USBC Masters. Bit of a grind tournament, speaking-wise. The U.S. Open gets so much of the pub and the press and the respect, but a lot of the guys will tell you it may even be more difficult to win the Masters than the U.S. Open. Here's Scroggins, bottom of the second. Nothing but strikes so far here today in Reno. We are 4 for 4.
Take a look at the size of the field. 268 players started this event. I think the format and the oil pattern is what lends itself to the difficulty of this tournament. When you talk to the players, especially Mike Scroggins, he said, hey, if you look back at my match against Kimo Lehtinen, who's another left-hander, I beat him 556 to 543. If I had a right-hander on that same pair, I would have lost by 100 pins. I mean, this was Mike Scroggins' own statement. So, yes, you have to bowl well, but you have to bowl the right guys at the right time on the right pair of lanes.
Turkey for Scroggins.
I think we're going to see a lot of that, a lot of striking. Good balance there at the foul line. Mike Scroggins likes it immediately off his hand. All he wants is all 10 pins to go down.
Why do you say you think we're going to see a lot of striking today?
Well, because we're perfect through 3.5. All right, perfect through 3. We've got 6 strikes. And the reason why I think we're going to have big strikes, Rob, is because you have 2 southpaws and 2 righties. During practice, instead of trying to eliminate an opponent, all the players were trying to build a zone to get their bowling balls to get into the pocket much easier. In other words, creating a little bit bigger margin for error. And I believe they broke the lanes down properly. I think you're going to see a lot of strikes from both the lefties and the righties. It's Rob's favorite time of the show. Go ahead, Rob.
Hambone! An opening hambone for Ciminelli. Scroggins trying to match it. Back-to-back hambones at a major.
Watch
this
the
is
fall.
A good start.
Watch the follow through. He gets his hand to go to the right side of his head. That's what you see in today's power game.
Oh, didn't like it.
I'll take 9.
That's typical Mike Scroggins right there. Always a smile on his face, always upbeat, leaves the 10-pin. He said one of the important things to his game lately and why he's been having success, spares.
Yeah, that's what he told us. He said, hey, you know, I've been making my spares on television, and he's riding a pretty good win streak on TV.
Has won the last 5 in a row on television.
I think the turnaround for Mike Scroggins was when he won last year's U.S. Open. I think that it really defined him as a player out here. You know, I think he went from the Rodney Dangerfield of bowling to a legitimate Hall of Fame contender now. I mean, the guy's got 2 majors, 7 titles. You know, if he wins this event, that would be 3 majors, 8 wins. I think he'd be a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame. He
was 6-1 in match play this week. Came from essentially the loser's bracket, if you will. Bowled more than the other finalists here today.
Well, this format is a double elimination format. Each match consists of 3 games. As soon as you lose a match, Rob, you drop down into the loser's bracket where you can spend an eternity.
Scroggins now with spares in the 4th and the 5th. Head on over to PBA.com right now and submit your More of What Matters to You fan question. The question, sponsored by One A Day, will be directed to Chris Barnes today. If selected, your name and question will be read live and answered during today's telecast. Again, just go over to PBA.com, click on the One A Day logo, and the question going to Chris Barnes. Ciminelli to open with 5 in a row. No.
And I think this is one of the most talented part of Ryan Ciminelli's game is you've got a guy that's a big-time power player that can go this straight. And the ball reaction that he's looking for with the urethane equipment is he wants the ball to check and then lay, meaning he wants it to roll early and nothing in the back part of the lane. Kind of like your reactive resin ball does, Rob.
Something like that.
You know, I heard a rumor that you actually bowled a 300 game last night.
You didn't hear the rumor. You saw it, my friend. You witnessed it. Called out from the crowd to drop the last strike on a potential 300 game in a Pro-Am. Who nailed it? Who nailed it?
You did.
Yeah. In jeans and running shoes and a T-shirt.
I loved it. Trip 5-pin for the last strike.
Two-handed, too. Good shot. Ciminelli back on the strike train there in the 6th. Mike Scroggins in an early mini